On the sidelines ne subject eno nate ndi wano nammwe njagala kwogera ku nsonga za Mabaati zino bannange. Bannayuganda mulina engeri gye munemesezza okubategeera. Lwaki bannayuganda abasoma ennyo nga tulina omulembe gwe tulimu? First of all, universities zeeyongedde. Uganda erina universities nnyingi okusinga bwe gwali mu mirembe gy'abajjajjaffe. Every day these universities are churning out thousands and thousands of graduates. But the level of comprehension and thinking, critical thinking, leave artificial intelligence that you're learning with the other ones, but critical thinking is coming down. First, I told you here a few months ago that this government was enacting an anti-homosexuality bill as a political tool. Now, those who follow carefully, you must have read last week, police said that Nupuzi Kunga campaign, this Kunga campaign, they said, is a recruitment campaign for our children, it's theirs, their children, into homosexuality. And said police was investigating that this could be a possible recruitment ground for homosexuality and lesbianism. You know what that means? They want to use, first of all, they want to use the anti-homosexuality bill to stop the Kunga campaign, that you cannot Kunga people. Because they will have already said that activity falls under the cases, the crimes talked about under the anti-homosexuality bill. That's number one. Number two, they will start arresting the key mobilizers of the Kunga campaign and frame them as recruitment agents of the homo and lesbian campaign. But I warned you about this. I said it. Then some people say, no, obanga chiribu echityo, ne Kenya nayo waliyo Bobi Wine. Bwebyo si bwebiri, nga ne Kenya ne bayisize etteeka. Man, it is very possible nti ewuwo ne wamuliraano wawunya evvumbe lyerimu lya nkoko. Bali bayinza nga bali nkoko ya ddala naye ng'omwayo kyamagumba. Ne bafulumya evvumbe erimu gwe n'olowooza nti ffenna twalidde enkoko. This one you know. Musobola okulya ebintu ffe abaakulanga tukulira mu byalo. Kisoboka okubba enva n'onaaba mu ngalo n'oddira n'osiiga ku mwa gw'omwana ne balooza nti oyo omwana ye yabbye enva. You don't need to follow Uganda reading it on a benchmark of other countries because Uganda behaves differently in everything. I've watched the Mabaati thing. You watch the Mabaati saga. How much time has it taken for this government to start presenting these Mabaati suspects in court? Just look at the time it has taken. Number two, I've studied criminology myself. The moment they said there were ministers who were suspected to have dealt in the Mabaati saga, first they would have left office. By order, they would have left office. Because the nature of the crime that is talked about was committed within offices. The requisitions for Mabaati, the procurement for Mabaati, the supply order papers for Mabaati are done in office environment. That's why in many of the cases of the big people, it is their political or personal assistants who were used to carry Mabaati. That means therefore that in my office, in the office of those suspected to have dealt in the Mabaati saga, those offices become scenes of crime. In America and other countries, they would circle that very quickly. They would circle the office to investigate, sometimes to even confiscate whatever property is there, computers and other documents, because those documents could be a clue or a lead to investigate these whole cases. What do we see in Uganda? A minister drives a government car to take him to police. He drives the same car to come to court, and after he's been given bail from court, they go back to their offices. They remain ministers with all the facilities and privileges as never before. Now, what kind of investigations are you going to do? How do you investigate people who are in offices with ability to tamper with critical information that will form core of your case? Never na Uganda bino babyerabira nti kyetuliko kati ebintu by'Amabaati bigenda kuggwa. Mu ofisi ya Ssaabaminisita mwe mulowooza nti Amabaati kye kikulu babbiramu biliyoni 27 ezaali zifulumiziddwa okugulira abantu b'e Karamoja embuzi, nga gavumenti erowooza nti abakaramoja banaabawa embuzi ngeri gye babaggyeko emmundu, bajja bawa embuzi babaagazisa embuzi n'ente, so that they do a complete disarmament exercise. There are many things that this government brings and they look good and they turn out to be bad. Plan bwebadde. Lwaki badagana kati kyebalinda, and which is going to be a big test. Mr. Museveni has subjected himself to the biggest test ever in his life. It's the biggest test. Two things stand in his way. One, will Mr. Museveni sign the anti-homosexuality bill? People are waiting. Ekyabadde tunakimala. Ekyamabaati ffenna tubuuza. Baleese Nandutu asobola okujja. Baleese Kitutu. Baleese Lugoloobi. Banaleeta n'abanene. Because for as long as somebody is called a suspected, the list of suspects includes the Vice President, Muchala Jessica Lupo, the Speaker of Parliament, Muchala Anita Mong, the Prime Minister, Muchala Robina Nabanja, the Minister of Finance, Mwamati Kasaija, abayambi be Henry Musasizi, n'omuyambi omulala Amos Lugoloobi, and the rest. Now, the standard you have set means that we must see all of these ones in the dock. Tuteeko balabako bonna mu kaguli, buli muntu yeewozeeko awonereeyo. The scapegoat that Mr. Museveni had provided, that abaatwala amabaati nga temwategeera unconsciously bagakomyewo, n'abaagatwala nga bategedde bagakomyewo bwe gaba gyegali bwe gaba baagagaba baleete ssente basasule omuwendo ogwenkanankana n'ekyo. This was a soft spot because the president is caught up in what we call a catch-22. That among the people abali suspected okubanga beevulunga mu bitoomi by'amabaati mulimu beyandowooza nti teyandibakutteko, nga mu butuufu mu mutima gwe muliga nti abo bandibalese. But again, the net is too wide that they are just part and parcel of the same. Now, eyo test y'amaanyi, abantu babuuza bakitutu bazze n'abanene banajja, because the Prime Minister Muchala Nabanja was one of the suspects. But again, in trying to ask these ministers to return the iron sheets, the President wrote to the Prime Minister, which ideally makes her the enforcement agent, asking her to ensure that all the ministers mentioned return the iron sheets. Can you say it was the element of to catch a thief, you use a thief? Or it was a demonstration that Mr. Museveni still trusts Robina Nabanja and believes that she has no wrongdoing. As such, she's able to supervise others, to pretend over others, and let them bring back Mabaati gano. And as we debate Mabaati issues, a lot is happening in the country. So much more that will credibly require our time is going under the carpet. People are moving. I think across this week, the mobilization, the political mobilization of Mr. Museveni and Mr. Muhoozi and others is going on widely. When Mr. Museveni is addressing crowds in another part, General is also addressing crowds in another part, and we are on Mabaati. What is required is that an overhaul, a complete overhaul, by whoever wants to come. By the way, I don't think Ugandans mind so much about who leads them. They mind so much about how they are led. Because until we have developed our own wishes as a population, that we must have our own wish list, we cannot have a leader and feel satisfied he has ruled us well. It is us to set our wishes clear. What we want to achieve clear. What do you want to see as a Ugandan? What is that you and I as Ugandans will die for? What is that unifying thing that whether you are Muslim, Musoga, Muganda, Munyankole or anything, educated or uneducated, you will die for as a Ugandan. Ngana fa boogera bamutuvuma. Tugambye abantu wana amazima mangi nnyo ne batuvuma buvumi. Abantu abamu tebamanyi nti okwogera kuno kwe twogera n'ebintu bye twogerako kutubuzizza emirimu, kutwavuwazza, kutusibisiza mu makomera, kutubisizza obululu, kutujisizzaako nebyo teekwa okufuna. I can comfortably say that I've won elections in Bulamoji twice, but fell short of being declared. Why? Because some people who think that individuals matter more than the country think I'm a Chipingamiz. He does not agree with us. But who says you must only stay with those you agree with? Me, I am liberal. I come to this channel, I see people disagree with me, I see people abuse me, and I answer them with respect. Why? Because I know all cannot think like me. The American saying is, if two people agree all the time, then one of them is not necessary. So it is okay to disagree with me. It is okay to think differently. That's why you are who you are, and I am who I am. Therefore, njagala kusaba na Uganda tuteeke focus ku bintu byaffe, ebintu ebikulu bituyitako. Abantu bazimba akalulu, nabannange naga tuli mu opposition, omusajja agende, omusajja tumukoye, tetunatandika kuzimba wadde. Naye NRM as a government ogerera wano kati bamaze okuzimba, balina ba candidate ab'amaanyi aba. Museveni on one side and Muhoozi on another. Whether Museveni rests and Muhoozi takes, bonna it is the same family. Whether Muhoozi rests and Museveni takes, bonna it is the same family. Feno gye tuli mu opposition, mu NUP, mu FDC, twetegese tutya. Obumulumulu obwagana Dr. Besigye okwegatta oba okunoonyeza Oweekitiibwa Robert Kyagulanyi Akaloma 2021 buweddewo. Can we have the assurance today that Dr. Besigye, Mr. Asumani Basalirwa, Mr. Robert Kyagulanyi are working together? We see people who join the opposition okujongera amaanyi ngaba Joseph Kabuleta mu kifo ky'okujoininga opposition yeno bajoininga ebibiina ebiriwo bitambule bulungi, ate buli omu ali mu kussaawo kibiina kye and you operate differently. So bw'oba weetegereza obulungi opposition yaffe olwaleero tulabika nga batalina ready kutwala buyinza. Kakati Museveni bwaga nti entebe yiyo ngibawadde mujje mugitwale, okulwanira obulwanyisi kwani agitwala nga buli omu alwana okusalawo obusazi who takes it asooka akulembera abala is a big trouble. So bino byonna bituyitako nga tuli ku mabaati. Obubbi obuli mu gavumenti bwetaaga system mpya, bwetaaga muntu mupya nga alina approach mpya, kubanga approach eriwo naye bamwerabira bwerabizi. There is nothing new by them. Nolabye abantu nga babuguma okulaba minister mu dock. Is it the first time we are seeing ministers in the dock? We saw the Mike Mukulazi in the dock. We saw the Vice President Gilbert Bukenya in the dock. And at the end of the day, who does it help? It only helps one person. Mr. Museveni gets an opportunity to control these people because they know that all the time there is a rope around their neck whose knot can be tightened by just one person. Bukenya okuva olwo ofole bamutwalako mu kkomera yadde avuya buvuya mu byobufuzi tokyamuwulira. Mukula naye bwe yarestinga gye yarestingira naye ebyobufuzi naye yagenda wansi bw'atyo. Kati nabo nonna bagenda kuvaayo. Emisango tegigenda kuggwa first of all. Tebagenda kuwesa misango gino kugimaliriza gamba nti gundi bamusindise eruzira bamusibe oba nedda. Bonna bagenda kufuuka ba suspect batambule nga bali ku court bail. Bonna buli omu ng'ali ku court bail babakuumire ku bail ya myaka egi. You know what that means for a politician? Bonna nga bwe bali mu cabinet be bavunaana. Tosobola kuvaayo okuvuganya mwami Museveni oba kuwakanya kyayogera oba kwogera kintu kiyinza kunyiiza gavumenti oba kiyinza kunyiiza president. Lwaki? Kubanga essaawa yonna bw'okyogerera bakujukiza nti by the way you are a suspect, you are out on court bail. They can call you back. How many of those abogerwako have the tough skin ngeya Dr. Besigye who has been to court over 100 times naye ng'ayongera ogenda maaso? So kati bamaze okufuna control button. Mwami Museveni ayenda kikusanga control button, yogera mpola. Tukulinako emisango. This works in Africa where tuli. Naffe bali mu opposition abamu Tuyina mabanja ffe kati business zaagwa n'osigaza mabanja gajjudde bwe gati. So oyogera otya nti bayinza okunyiga ku peesa y'oli akubanja naga nti kati jjayo kano kwata bwoti, because tulina abatubanja. We have accumulated debt. It's very expensive to stand for elections in this country. It's very expensive to be an opposition in this country. That's how we stand. Sometimes we feel like maybe, is there no reason why we are fighting? Are Ugandans not seeing what we see? Are Ugandans not understanding what we are understanding? Is it not better to work with them than to oppose them? Because what's the benefit of opposing them? For the reason of those who do not understand why you should stay with them and oppose the other ones. Ndebwendowooza. Sebyamba tebimamalira nnyo budde. It is a test to Mr. Museveni. Buli omu alinze kulaba ani agenda, bonna bagenda batwala basigale nga bakankana. At the end of the day, it is going to be Mr. Museveni. You have already started seeing delegations of poor people bajja okwegayirira. President tukusabye lugolobi mute tusaba president abiyingiremu. Delegations are going to come from across the country to plead with Mr. Museveni to release these people, to help this one, to help the other. And in doing that, you build and concretize and cement his position as the alpha and omega of all Ugandan issues. Is the start, is the end. He's the only righteous politician in the country. He's the only one that everybody should run to. And that's how it ends. But every day I ask you, what more should we do? What do Ugandans want? What is it that you'll die for? What should save our country? Just the discussion continue. I enjoy your views. I enjoy your discussions. I even enjoy those who disagree with me. Keep the conversation. Nze Sir Simon Muyanga Lutaya.